Hello everyone, welcome to Table Talk with the Hines Love Team. I'm Cassandra Hines and this is Latrice Love. And we just want to say thank you to everyone who took the time out to look at our first video where we had Chris Germano from K Financial talking about mortgages. Well, today we're going to get down and dirty, Latrice.
That's right. And to carry on with the theme of mortgages, we're actually here to talk to you today about mortgage fraud and foreclosure rescue scams.
Yes, I put on our Facebook page so anyone who has been scammed or felt that they were a victim of scams to inbox us or email us. So we're just going to take some of your stories and share them with our viewers, so hopefully it won't happen to them. So we're going to start off today with scam number 1. Okay, let's get started. This first scam hits home to almost everybody. I'm sure someone has either fell victim to this or know someone who has been scammed by this. We even had an agent here in our office who said she was a victim of this scam. And it is called the Foreclosure Prevention Specialist. Latrice, give us an example, please.
Okay, with this particular scam, what happens is that an individual usually approaches the distressed homeowner with an offer that is too good to pass up. First thing that they do is that they guarantee that they will be able to either rescue your home from foreclosure,
yes,
or help you restructure your current loan and get better terms than what you currently have. The second thing that they will do is ask you for a monetary fee up front. And the reasoning behind this is that this will cover the cost for making phone calls and filing paperwork on your behalf. The last thing that they do is that they always advise the homeowner to stop all communication with the lender. And there's really a really good reason why they advise that, because if you were to actually speak to your lender about that process that they're supposedly handling on your behalf, you would find out that no one is doing anything on your behalf. And what they've done is that they've collected thousands of dollars up front from you, and they've run off with your money, and you're still in the same position that you were in before.
Now, there's 3 red flags there, people. First, they ask for money up front. 2, they're guaranteeing you something. Nobody can guarantee you anything. And number 3 is when they told you do not contact your mortgage lender because they're going to talk to them on your behalf. Those are 3 red flags that we should have been able to catch up on, but now that we've given you this information, now you know. Okay, scam number 2. Scam number 2 is the most despicable to me. In my opinion, it is the worst. It is the lease buyback scam. Latrice, tell them about it.
Well, the scam is pretty simple. What happens is that an individual approaches you offering to save your home by signing your deed over to them, at which time when you do that, they enter you into a new rental agreement with new terms, so that you can stay in your home. But the problem with that is that typically the rental agreement, the terms are higher than what your current mortgage payment is. So in the end, you're making payments as a tenant in your home, yes, to an individual who has remortgaged your home.
Yes.
They stopped making the payment. They never made payments on the mortgage, and then the house goes into foreclosure. And at this point, because you signed your deed over to them, you do not have a legal standing, and you are a victim of foreclosure.
So, red flags. What were our red flags in this one? You're signing over your deed. Never, ever, ever add anyone to your home or sign away the rights of your home to an individual, especially that you do not know. Second one is that when you was renting it back from this person who called themselves helping you out, your payment was higher. So how are they helping you out when you couldn't afford your original mortgage by charging you a monthly rent that's higher than the mortgage that you was already paying that you could not afford? So again, there was red flags there that people did not pick up on. But again, hopefully after watching this video, you will take heed to them. Okay, scam number 3. We're going to talk about the bait and switch. I know everyone has heard this term in lots of different scenarios, but today we're going to talk about it in the terms of mortgages. So Latrice, please explain to them about the bait and switch.
The bait and switch is usually where the individual targets the elderly community.
Shame on you.
Shame.
Shame.
But the reason why they target the senior community is because they typically either their homes are free and clear or they owe a low balance on their mortgage.
Okay.
Which is really appealing to the fraudster because there's a whole lot of equity up in there.
Okay.
So what they do is that they typically meet with the homeowner and act, I guess you would say, as financial advisors, showing them how they can use the equity built up in their home to support and finance their lifestyle after retirement. This may involve you signing a stack of papers in which you haven't read through completely, and within those papers they're having you sign your deed away without you knowing it. In some cases they outright steal your deed without ever talking to you. They go out and pull mortgages, they'll apply for a mortgage and refinance your house without you ever knowing. I do know from personal experience with a family member of my own who this did happen to. He had owned his home for over 50 years, and unfortunately it was a relative who took out a full-blown mortgage on his house without him knowing. And the only way that he found out was that the Register of Deeds sent him a letter from the Register of Deeds advising that that mortgage had been discharged, paid off.
What is so sad about this one is, for one, you're targeting the elderly. So shame on you.
Shame.
Second, we hear all the time about family members doing something deceptive to their loved ones to get their home or to get money out of him. So again, don't allow Poo-Poo or Ray or Barbie or Ken come up to you with these great ideas on how they can help you refinance your home. And I've seen where family members, because they are in the mortgage industry, and I do mortgages and I refinance, they go to mom and dad and convince them to refinance their home. 9 times out of 10, because they want to borrow the money from mom and dad, they don't help mom and dad pay back this mortgage that they done took out on them, and mom and dad end up in debt or losing their homes. But that family member don't care because they already got what they wanted. So shame. It's disgusting. So our scams 1, 2, or 3 sort of talked about issues that we want you to be aware of so you don't prevent yourself from getting scammed. But our last one we're going to talk about is something that you all get letters, because I've even gotten a letter before with my mortgage where it was sold to another mortgage company. Well, there's scams in that as well, where you get a letter from your mortgage company that you're in now saying it has been sold and you now need to start making payments to another mortgage company. Latrice, tell us about that one.
Well, like you said, that happens all the time.
All the time.
And that is a legitimate occurrence in the mortgage industry because not every lender holds on to their note.
Right.
But what I advise individuals to do, especially if you're in a distressed situation, is that you contact your lender.
Yes.
Contact your lender before you just start sending money to a new company. Contact to verify that this is actually what has occurred. So if you just use common sense sometimes and do a little bit of due diligence, you can prevent yourself from being a victim of any one of these various types of scams.
Okay, now let's wrap up some of the things we talked about. Number 1, never, ever pay anyone money up front who tells you that they're going to talk to the bank on your behalf to help settle your loan modification. It is a scam. Number 2, never trust anyone who says they can guarantee you a certain result. Number 3, never add anyone to your deed or sign away your rights to your deed, and never sign anything that you don't understand. Do not allow someone to put a bunch of papers in front of you and tell you to sign without you taking the time to read it. Now, I know some of y'all crooks are watching this video and you are guilty of some of the scams that we've talked about today. So I want you to know that we are watching you. We are putting you on notice right now, and we are letting our viewers know what they need to do to prevent from being scammed from people like you. Now, if you feel that you have been scammed, Latrice, tell them where they can get some help.
Well, you can always contact HUD or MSHDA to get assistance for free. From a certified foreclosure specialist counselor. Okay? If you feel that you have been a victim of any of these scams, you can also go to the Michigan Attorney General's website, their Consumer Protections Division, to file a complaint. And you can do that either online or you can contact them through their 1-800 toll-free number. All that information will be included in the description box below. And
Yes.
like we always like to say, do your due diligence.
Yes, very
protect
important.
yourself,
Very
because the law, ignorance is not a defense.
So again, Cassandra Hines and Latrice Love from the Hines Love Team want to thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you want to follow us, you can go to YouTube and type in Hines Love Team, and that will bring up our videos. You can also go to Facebook and type in Hines Love in the search box, and you will find me and Latrice. You can inbox us with any questions. You can also go to our Google Plus page and put in the search Hines Love, and we will come up as well. You can check out our website, you can search homes or find more information about us, and that is www.iamrealestate.com. And also you can call us here at the office at 248-539-1200. Until next time, I wish everyone to be safe and be blessed.